Good morning, everyone. It's very early here, so I have to talk a little quiet there. It's amazing to come out here early in the morning, and there's just birds are just beautiful. It's like a morning concert. Yes. Another fabulous day yesterday. It went by so quick that in the evening I sent my younger granddaughter, not youngest, only a few weeks old. I said, go check on the time because we had to be ready for my grandson's friend's mom or dad to come pick him up. And she comes out and she says, it's 4:06, Rosie. I'm like, what the heck does that mean? And I'm going, wait a minute. Okay, so she got the 4 and the 6. That means it's 4:30. And my daughter had come out, and I guess she heard me sending her up because we set up the pool and everything down again farther down the hill because my daughter doesn't care about the grass down there. She cares about the grass up here. So I said, hey guys, let's just go and set up. It's going to be our own resort down there, And oh, they loved it. So we just there's enough trees down there too. So there's some shade that you can always sit in. So I thought 4:06. Oh, that's 4:30. But my daughter had come out and said, Mom, it's 4:30, which is the time that usually that friend is being picked up. So here we're still in the pool. All of us are in the pool and go, oh guys, we gotta go. And thankfully Dad ran a little late that day. Anywho, and my older granddaughter who broke her leg, they only put a splint on because I guess it was late at night and they didn't have and was supposed to after vacation they were going to put on the cast, and my daughter gets we were worried about that, sending her with a broken leg with just a splint, 11-year-old, and which though again, might have been good, who knows, but she got a call. My daughter was here as well, the mom of my oldest granddaughter, and she got a call and said, can you be here in 30 minutes? We're going to put the cast on her. And she's like, yes. So we got to take care of the baby again. Yes, went just fine again. It was great. And I had her with me in the pool as well. She loved it. She loves being in the water, as little as she is. And just the whole day was just fabulous again. Just and then in the evening, my grandson comes. He says, "Girl, can I sleep in your chair?" I have this big old chair, and they love sleeping in it. Don't ask me why. I said, "Oh, go check that with Mommy. Mommy said I have to ask you." I said, "Yes, absolutely." Then my granddaughter comes in, younger granddaughter. She says, "But I want to sleep in that chair too." And I said, "Well, it's your brother's turn this time. Next time it'll be your turn." So she went and she got all the blankets and the pillow, and she just set herself up on the floor. There's enough room in my bed, but that's just how they like it. And she ended up in the chair, Daddy's chair out here in the basement where it's a big old play area now. And, well, anyway, everybody's just sleeping, whatever. That's just great. It's just great. Just a fabulous day. Just so blessed. Um, mm. I know that. Well, everyone knows that. It's not easy to incorporate our heavenly parent in our daily life all the time. Yes, we're stopped, we're embarrassed, we're discouraged, we're made fun of, yes, uh, the integrity of the family when it comes down to it is put on, is so degraded in the media. When it comes down to the media, the internet, Facebook, wherever. And I have said also, see so many great things though, where that is really alive, coming alive again. Or rather, has never gone away. It's just not given as much attention as certain other things. Yes. I believe, though, that anyone that has made that a part of the restoration process of I'm not giving in, no matter what comes our way. It is, I'm going to incorporate that world that supposedly we're going to go for eternity, and that creator, that one substantial being, God, heavenly parent, heavenly father, heavenly mother, whatever. Just call it what you want. I don't care. Nor do I want anyone to tell me what to call it. To have that in your life constantly is an amazing thing. And it helps you through your life every day. And then the positive just always outweighs the negative. The negative just becomes part of it. That you just, all right, what's next kind of thing. If one wants to look at it that way. I don't know what I'm getting ready here for, but so that's something to concentrate on is the family, the integrity and the unity in the family. And as that goes on and becomes stronger, right? Yes, other things will just fall away. And that is that. Let's get going. So we are in the book of Judith 11. I still haven't done this. Just get too busy with the children. The first meeting of Judith with Holofernes. Courage, woman, Holofernes said, do not be afraid. I have never hurt anyone who chose to serve Nebuchadnezzar, king of the whole world. Really? Even now, if your nation of mountain dwellers had not insulted me, I would not have raised a spear against them. This was their fault, not mine. But tell me why you have fled from them and come to us. Anyhow, this will prove the serving of you. Courage. You will live through this night and many after. Okay, what does hurt mean? He says, oh, if they would have just, but what else would he have done? Taken everything? Left them more or less desolate to starve anyway? Or what? That's not hurting people, even if they have given themselves over? Okay, why are so many leaders in the past and even now considered tyrants? Yeah. A tyrant doesn't know how to not hurt people. Basic fact. This was their fault, not mine. Okay, whatever. Bing. Anyhow, this will prove the saving of you. Courage. You will live through this night and many after. No one will hurt you. On the contrary, you will be treated as well as any who serve my lord King Nebuchadnezzar. Judith said, please listen favorably to what your slave has to say. Permit your servant to speak in your presence. I shall speak no word of a lie to my Lord tonight. You have only to follow your servant's advice, and God will bring your work to a successful conclusion. In what my Lord undertakes, he will not fail. Long life to Nebuchadnezzar, king of the whole world, who has sent you to set every living soul to rights. May his power endure. Since, thanks to you, he is served not only by human beings, but because of your might, the wild animals themselves, the cattle and the birds of the air, are to live in the service of Nebuchadnezzar and his whole house. Who says that? Huh. That's a bit confusing. It starts out, Judith said. Surely she didn't say all that, because that would be a big old fancy lie. We have indeed heard of your genius and adroitness of mind. It is known everywhere in the world that throughout the empire you have no rival for ability, wealth of experience, and brilliance in waging war. We have also heard what Achior said in his speech to your council. The men of Bethulia having spared him, he has told them everything that he said to you. Now, Master and Lord, do not disregard what he said. Keep it in your mind, since it is true. Our nation will not be punished. The sword will indeed have no power over them, unless they sin against their God. But as it is, my Lord, need expect no repulse or setback, since death is about to fall on their heads. For sin has gained a hold over them, provoking the anger of their God each time that they commit it. As they are short of food and their water is giving out, they have resolved to fall back on their cattle and decided to make use of all things that God has, by his laws, forbidden them to eat. Not only have they made up their minds to eat the first fruits of corn and the tithes of wine and oil, though these have been consecrated by them and set apart for the priests who serve in Jerusalem in the presence of our God, and may not lawfully even be handled by ordinary people, but they have sent men to Jerusalem, where the inhabitants are doing much the same, to bring them back authorization from the council of elders. Now this will be the outcome when the permission arrives and they act on it. That very day they will be delivered over to you for destruction. What? This doesn't make any sense. When I, your servant, came to know all this, I fled from them. God has sent me to do things with you at which the world will be astonished when it hears. Your servant is a devout woman. She honors the God of heaven day and night. I therefore propose, my Lord, to stay with you. I, your servant, shall go out every night into the valley and pray to God to let me know when they have committed their sin. Oh, I shall then come and tell you, so that you can march out with your whole army, and none of them will be able to resist you. I shall be your guide right across Judea until you reach Jerusalem. There I shall enthrone you in the very middle of the city, and then you can round them up like shepherdless sheep, with never a dog daring to bark at you. Foreknowledge tells me this. This has been foretold to me, and I have been sent to reveal it to you. Her words pleased Holofernes and all his adjutants. Full of admiration at her wisdom, they exclaimed, "There is no woman like her from one end of the earth to the other, so lovely of face and so wise of speech." Holofernes said, "God has done well to send you ahead of the others. Strength will be ours, and ruin theirs who have insulted my Lord. As for you, you are as beautiful as you are eloquent. If you do as you have promised, your God shall be my God, and you yourself shall make your home in the palace of King Nebuchadnezzar and be famous throughout the world." That's the end of 11. Okay. It's a story. So it takes one little speech here of someone, and Holofernes would, what? If he is successful, and it all will happen that way, and there is Ivy, it would, what? Holofernes would abdicate King Nebuchadnezzar as God of the whole world and acknowledge Judith's God? That's what he said. If this all happens, then your God will become my God. No? Yeah, okay. I don't know. I have no idea what to say to that. It doesn't make any sense. Mm, thou shalt not lie. Okay. But then, right, I mean, it's necessary here to save the people of Israel, or at least the ones in Petulia, right? Well, then when is it okay to lie and when is it not okay to lie? Well, again, if it's, okay, when is it okay to kill and when is it not okay to kill? When is it okay to steal and when is it not okay to steal? I don't know. I know that, going back to, I don't know what to make of this. I have no idea what to say, really. But no, I know what to say. It's all wrong. It's just all wrong. I remember, True Father. He ended up going to North Korea, where he was born and raised, and then was also because he was starting to talk about the Bible, Jesus, God, right? Yes, the second coming. And he was imprisoned, right? Then he got out of prison and he fled from North Korea to South Korea. And then, many years later, he went back to North Korea, met with Kim Il-sung, and okay, did we get everything that was said there? I don't know. But I do know that one of the speeches that he gave to everyone was, you can't deny God. You can't do that. That's wrong. And he told that to Kim Il-sung and a whole, I guess, his cabinet of whatever, ministers, officers, whoever they are. And the people that were with True Father were scared. Oh my gosh, we're gonna end up in prison again. But they didn't. Not only that, but True Father was treated very well. And just said it as it was. Okay, that's what I heard. That's what I got. Okay. And came back home, and due to that visit and on how well he was treated by the North Korean leader and all them other people, now he gained the reputation of being a communist, sympathizing with communists, without people knowing actually the content of his visit, why he went there, what he told them. Yes, I'm just saying. So when in conflict, how do we present ourselves to the conflict with another person? As I said, if you walk with God every day and spirit world, and Jesus at your side, then there's no need to break any of the commandments. You have to just be courageous and hope that your preparation, your foundation is great enough so that you touch the heart of the other person. To me, Father doing this, going to North Korea, because North and South Korea, they're not together. It's not, again, this is, how does this happen even? But it does, obviously. So Father going to North Korea and doing that is again showing, leaving an example behind on where, yeah, it's possible. It's possible to touch the heart and the conscience, the heart to mind of any person. It's there if the preparations are right. Yes? Without having to break any of the commandments. And to be straight out. Yes? Judith is using, says, look, okay, she's probably lying about it. We're not sure. Is she lying about all of it? Or is this happening? Have they really? And she says, just wait. They're in dire straits now. They are going to commit a sin. Why wait? She just committed a sin. She's lying. Right? She's most likely lying. And, okay, well, it's a scheme. It's, to save the, okay, well, what did that just say about True Father? True Father went, said what he had to say, was treated very well, and left. I said, that's what I heard. There may be more to it. Maybe he gave him a bunch of money. I don't know. Maybe he did. Hey, look, I'm just telling you. I don't know. Anyway. So about the reputation of God. If we think that we can twist some things a little bit around, to make it fit our situation or our agenda. Because in this country, there's no one in this kind of dire situation, right? Yeah, other countries around the world, we got some things going on where, again, okay, what is this? How old are these people, these leaders? Little kids with temper tantrums, and then what? Gosh. A baseball bat in their hands, and if they get angry, they just start swinging or something. It's, what? Anyway. So I wonder if for example, just like, for example, the media were to start just, okay, either side, Israel and Hamas, and people look like stupid little children to us. That's what you look like. You don't look like grown men, right? Who have the best for their people in mind. Neither of them. It's been going on for way too long. Find out why one or the other side has such hatred against you. That this just continues on. Find out why. Then, if needed, apologize. Just do it. If, for example, Israel, really, if you still believe in the Old Testament and God, then you should know that you don't just get to go and break the commandments. None of them. It will always have some kind of a consequence. As the first people, as the first Israel, it is just as it is. So, yes, sometimes we have a saying in Switzerland, the smarter one will walk on after a conflict, and a donkey will just stand there. Okay, donkeys are stubborn. You can hardly move them if they don't want to move. Okay? The one that resolves the conflict can move on, and the one that's not willing just stands there like a donkey, okay, like an ass. Who do you want to be in all this? Anyway, if the media were to take this, well, most people in the world looking at all these wars, this and that, looking at the countries fighting against each other, especially the attackers. Who is the attacker? Little children. How did they ever make it into office with that kind of intelligence? Just saying. Yes? Instead of, the media is making this into a contest. Yeah, that's what it is. And the people are making it into a contest. Yeah, and I'm on that side. Well, I'm on that side. And really? If one is not in the conflict, one does not take sides. One looks at the whole situation and goes, are you people nuts? Make them look as foolish and little as they actually are. Putting the lives of their own people at risk like that. Feel them high and mighty with a gun in their hands. Yeah? I'm just saying. And some of the things that we already know that have happened on either side, and what they did, the leadership there, who needs to go out and play guns and robbers or whatever, cops and robbers or something, in real life, amongst people. What has been done? They all deserve a good spanking. That's what they deserve. Not, oh, who's right or who's wrong. No. Children, they look like children with temper tantrums. Little children, before 5 years old. You know, taking care of my grandchildren, it's all day long. 4 children together most of the time, all day long. You watch their behavior, you watch what they do with each other, and then on how do they run with what you're trying to teach them, right? Has it actually made a sense to them, and they're going, oh yeah, or are they using it, oh yeah, in another way to just aggravate certain situations, like, hey, you don't hit back. If you get hit or this, you come and you tell me, right? Yes? Yeah. And then, it does that get out of hand? Every little thing. Okay, well, wait a minute. That's not what I meant, right? Yes? So, again, many things that happen, yes? And Judith here, in a way, is addressing collective sin. But she's making it up, I think. Right? She's making it up, and I'm not sure for what reason. How's that going to do any good here at all? Right? What good is it going to do to make it? As it, I'm not getting her involvement here at all, in any way. It's like, it's almost as if, from what I see so far, now I might have to eat my own words and eat that humble pie, but from what I see so far, she's like a bad media outlet. That's not telling the truth, and that is presenting things that are not there. Yes? Anyway, so, again, are the how needy, I haven't watched any news or nothing at all. when it comes down to it. I watched a little clip of the presidential debate, which was, not watching this. This is, I already see where this is going. This is ridiculous. And then there were some people who said, oh, no, he did fine. It's just, it was great. What? And what position does that person have in Congress or the Senate? Are you kidding me? Again. Oh, but some, I have no doubt, will go say, yeah, because you what? You don't want to give in? You don't want to admit we have a problem when it comes to our leadership in this country? Just saying. Really? One's own. Yeah, I'm going to keep in. No, I'm right even if I'm wrong. It's more important than the stability of a country and the safety of its people. Just saying. So we have it in a small scale going on here, right? Yeah. Other countries around the world have it in a big scale going on, where there is actual fighting against each other going on. Not the common people. It's always the common people just go, hey, when is this going to be over? Yes? Yeah. Why isn't that? Oh, but is the rest of the world, us, need that? Do we need that kind of, life wouldn't be interesting. Life wouldn't be, I'd have to look at my own life and actually do something about my own life if I can't complain or see all the misery and all the killing and in other places. Right? It feeds a lot of people's need for I don't know. I can't be violent myself, so I'm feeding off someone else's violence. Is that it? I'm just wondering. Again, if the rest of us wouldn't be so hooked on the negativity of it all, and not pay attention to it, and not view anything anymore, then the media outlets and all that jazz here on the internet would have to change. And how about? Well, we've come to a conclusion with all these wars around the world where these leaders are in position we're not quite sure why, but they're acting like temper tantrum kids below the age of 5 who haven't been taught. They can't make a reason of why they're doing what they're doing, and just banging around each other, at each other. Yes? No, people go, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Foolish. They look foolish and stupid. Just saying. Then you disregard them. Hope they come out on the other side. Yes? Unbelievable. I think the best thing one can do as a country, I'm saying this for the country I'm in here in the United States as well, is that you become self-sufficient. Oh, what does that mean now? Prepping, this and that. No, what I'm saying is we have all the resources here. We don't need anything from the outside. Nothing. And if amicable relationship can be had with another country to trade some, this, that, right? Yes, then that's good. But to rely on it, to have that as the only source of something, is not a good idea, is it? I think the story of Judith tells us one thing. So, the leadership there in Petulia, in the Israelites, or some of the elders, or whoever is the ones that came up with it in Jerusalem, Well, there are mountain passes, so we're going to close those up, this and that. We're like, oh, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that. What, and nobody thought of the water sources? Nobody thought to, okay, we're going to have to do something here so that if Holofernes takes over the water sources, he won't get any either. He needs water as well. So what? They left Holofernes and the whole army one of the most important things to live while they are cut off from it. How much sense does that make? And how come no one thought about that? So they are in the desert there, so and it hasn't rained. Okay. Again, I'd say, hey, look, either it's going to rain and that's going to save us, and they're going to, we're going to hold out forever and ever, I guess. Maybe not. Or, and also, I mean, if, all right, so she tells Holofernes, well, they also sent people to Jerusalem. Petulia is not just, why can't they bring in water from somewhere else? I'm just saying, what's going on here actually with the landscape? Right? I mean, that's just a mountain pass to the rest of Israel. All right, again, so what's going on here actually? Yes? To show the power of God through, lying and doing what as a woman? And so beautiful. Right? Judith is counting on being beautiful as well. Right? To at least be listened to. What if it would have been an old grandma, me, for example, going there with just no adornments, just in a sackcloth, go, hey, I need to talk to you. What are you doing to other people? That's wrong. Eventually, you're gonna end up someplace you don't want to be. And everyone here, what are you doing? You think I'd have survived? Just saying, you think I'd have survived? Why not? Anyway. Feeble minds. Anyway, I think I said enough. Here, I'm so excited to get into it. I guess I never really read this book. Probably all I got, if ever. Yeah, yes. Oh, yeah, I read the Bible. The New Testament. Who hasn't read that whole thing, right? Yes. Old Testament seems to be a bit different. If before I started, someone says, have you ever read the whole Bible? I said, yeah, pretty sure. I got the whole Bible in, more or less. Yeah, okay. Now I'm realizing the way I'm reading it now. No, I didn't. No, I did not at all. And the book of Judith, I was so excited. Oh, yeah, a woman. All right, so my favorite book so far is still Tobit. Besides Genesis. Tobit. Tobit and his family. Tobit and his family fits. It does, yes. Into what I was taught by true parents. Their family is a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. I feel so bad for true parents. Difficult path. Very, very difficult path. But I also understand that true parents are, and the true family, we're an extension of that. The better we're doing, the better the true family is going to do. Yes, it is. That's a fact. Yes? And so there's collective sin, and then there's collective restoration. Yes, I'm not willing to share my foundations, and know where they belong. Who's my king? Who's my God? Yes? Truly. You need a center point for restoration. Right? Yes? Yeah. That's why we have the tree of good and good and evil, they say. I like to call it the tree of good knowledge. Right? Yes? And it's amazing on how a tree actually works, because there's the root and the trunk and then the branches all out, and everything comes from the root, the foundation up, right, into the rest of the branches, and then the leaves and the fruit that grows on it. Right? Yes? But here's the thing. In order for all that to happen, the branches and the trunk won't last by itself. It won't. The roots eventually will die down too, without the growth of the branches and the leaves and the fruit. That's even worse when there's no fruit produced anymore and the tree's just in the way. What happens then? It gets cut down to nothing. So, I see myself as a first generation, as a branch, then my children, the leaves. Now, third generation, fruit. Okay, and then it goes on and on and on. How's that? And the fruit, see, I said that before, peach trees, they're loaded down with peaches this year. It took 8 years. This is the 8th year that these peach trees are standing there. 7th year. 7 years. 7 years? Like 7 years. And just like, as we are benefiting, getting nourishment and strength from the roots and the trunk, we are also nourishment and strength for the roots and the trunk as leaves and the fruit. Do you understand? And branches, many, right? Yes? Yeah. So, as there is collective sin, a bunch of people all doing the same thing, yeah, against one of the commandments, or many of them, we're also a collective when it comes, should be a collective when it comes to restoration. That's what I believe. Yes? There. Okay. That's what I'm going to end with today. We'll see what tomorrow brings. My gosh, I feel like I'm just crawling through this part now in the Bible, and yeah, what's next? Right? Yes. Okay, that's all I have to share this morning. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you and embrace you with love, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.